How's it going, everyone? This is Ben Katzenker, and today we will be discussing game theories, surprisingly. Steam games, well, Valve, those types of games. And so, our first theory is going to be from Team Fortress 2. Something Kat and I have actually noticed. I kind of pointed out to her, she kind of agreed with me on this, that the theory is that Spy is Scout's dad. And there are multiple reasons why we think this. I guess one, you can look at the sort of facial features and the eye color and whatnot, and um, just like you can tell because the heredity kind of, I guess the eyebrows are the same from between Scout and Spy. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who sees that. Maybe you guys see it too, but girls, agent, or anything beings that you are. Basically, like, okay, here's some more evidence. Look at the body figure. Here's Scout. I mean, that's not Scout. I'm smart. Here's Spy. Notice the cylindrical kind of short figure. Cylindrical kind of short figure there as well. See, I mean, you can kind of see some resemblance, I guess. Yeah. There's more though. There's actual canon supporting this theory that we have. In certain parts of the comic of Team Fortress 2, I can't remember which comic it was. It was one of the Team Fortress 2 comics on the Team Fortress 2 website. You see Scout is having what he feels is a nightmare about Spy being his dad, as you can see in the upper, kind of upper left-hand corner. You see Spy and Scout's mom. Spy with Scout's mom, sorry. Grimmer. And then if you look to the right of Baby Scout on the floor, there's a teddy bear. Now, that's just a little side thing. There's not much evidence here, but you can see a teddy bear right next to Scout when he wakes up. Okay, now on to the next bit of proof to support this theory is this part of the comic. Now, they're writing to get the Australium, as Miss Pauling said, to Heavy and Scout, and then Scout actually thought they were literally going to get Australium. And as you can see, he's talking about it. He says, and you got all that from Go Here? And Heavy says, you should listen more and talk less. And Scout asks Heavy, he says, so your dad's dead, huh? And Heavy says, yes. And this adds to the reason I believe that this is significant is because Heavy knows things. He said you should listen more and talk less. Now, keep in mind for the next bit of proof as well that Scout is kind of young. So he's younger than most of the characters. You can kind of tell just by his looks, by his stature, I guess. I don't know. His gait, I guess. I don't know. But he says, yeah, mine disappeared. And Heavy says, yes, your father disappears often. And Scout says, my dad's dead. I don't have a dad. What? No. And you can see him kind of scowling because he knows what Heavy's saying. He's indirectly implying that Spy is in fact Scout's dad. And it would make sense. Okay, so here's another little thing to show you that supports this, is that you have to keep in mind Spy's abilities. He can disguise himself here. And as you read the lines, he is dead. He is dead. It is a painful memory of a thing that actually happened to a man none of us have ever met. So let's stop talking about it. Yes, fine, says Heavy. And so with that, you can understand how maybe Spy didn't want Scout to know that he was like this mercenary, and you have to remember there was descendants of mercenaries. That's kind of how the whole mercenary thing worked between the Red and Blue brothers. Um, so keep that in mind and realize that probably some of them are related to each other. And so, like earlier, you saw Spy and with Scout's mom, and there's more theories there's more that adds on to this theory is that you get where is it? You can't see it yet, but I will put it up now. Actually, give me a second here. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little clip from Meet the Spy that also kind of supports this theory that there are affairs between Spy and Scout's mom. Watch the video now.
I see the briefcase is safe.
Safe and
Yeah,
sound.
it is.
Yeah.
Tell me, did anyone happen to kill a red spy on the way here? No? Then we still have a problem.
And a knife.
Ooh, big problem. I killed plenty of spies. The dime a dozen backstabbing scumbags. Like you. Ow. No offense.
If you managed to kill them, I assure you they were not like me. And nothing like the man loosed inside this building.
What are you, president of his fan club?
No. That would be your mother.
What the? Wait.
Indeed. And now he's here to us.
And so, and so you get from that clip that basically, yeah, Scout is not Scout. Spy is definitely Scout's dad. Now, our next theory is about the game Portal. If some of you are definitely more familiar with it than others, others are more familiar with Team Fortress 2. But our theory from Portal is that GLaDOS and Chell are in fact related. And there are many things to support this, and I guess we should start off with the fact that let's just start off with the theories, okay? So as you can see, this little clip here, like it's not canon, but I just felt appropriate. The mother and daughter kind of bond there, and so as you can see here, they reference GLaDOS. Like Caroline was her mind basically, her essence was transformed into this AI machine called GLaDOS. I can't remember what GLaDOS stands for. I am not the best game theorist by any means, but I just felt like explaining this. And she says, does not want this, speaking to Cave directly. No, listen to me, sir, I do not want this. And he insisted that she take over Aperture because Cave Johnson was dying. On to the next quote. And see, there's more evidence supporting the whole Caroline being GLaDOS. It's so obvious, though. The Oracle turret, that's like an Easter egg in the game, says her name is Caroline. She like is in charge of the facility, basically. And so Chell, yeah, GLaDOS reacts strongly to hearing Caroline's voice because she's familiar with that voice. She didn't know how she knew Caroline, but Caroline was this familiar voice to her. It's because it was her own voice, really. And so you get this whole idea that, okay, so Cave Johnson's this terrible scientist. All right, you get this terrible sciencey idea. He's not as much into family as he is science. But Cave Johnson and Carolyn were basically they were basically together. I mean, here's more of you hear these Easter eggs like the screaming voice saying "Get me out of here." As you can see, if you pause the quote, perhaps you could see it better. I'm only going to briefly explain it because honestly I could not go on for hours about this. But yeah, this yeah, see, there's the Oracle turret at the bottom. It says, when Chell holds the Oracle turret, one of the cryptic phrases it imparts is, Her name is Caroline. It's trying to do a little robot voice there, but you get the idea. Okay, so on to the next one. This supports the fact that Cave and Carolyn had a thing, because he was all about science. So he says, sorry fellas, she's married to science. Alright. And then the most physical proof is, I know you like pictures. Pictures are better than text. Kidding me? Who has the attention span? But, alright, so you see Cave Johnson and Carolyn together. Now what kind of friend zone, as the youngsters these days call it, would honestly go through the effort of getting someone to paint a portrait of them together as just friends? I say that's a load of bull crap. Just my opinion. And so you know how Cave Johnson, he kind of forced GLaDOS to be this computer AI thing. Here's where it's referenced in this poker night thing. She cannot find Cave Johnson in her database. There is no evidence of Cave Johnson. It makes her sad, kind of. So she longs for him, but she didn't like him, which is why she got rid of all the evidence of him in her database. If that makes any sense to you guys, then that would be awesome. And the supporting evidence of them having a child is that there were childs and orphans. They would be deep-rooted abandonment issues leave mostly orphans highly susceptible to shame-based psychology. So orphans would get shame-based psychology for tests, kind of like Chell got shamed. You know, she would get these insults thrown at her by GLaDOS, and the training video says you'd perform this better if you had parents. Interesting. And so you get more here. And Caroline says GLaDOS says Caroline was a lot like Chell. Kind of in that heredity aspect, it kind of implies that as well. And with here, you see the GLaDOS was awakened. And why is this significant in a Valve game? Why would this be significant? Look at the highlighted text. In May 1998, the untested AI of GLaDOS is activated for the first time as one of the planned activities on Aperture's first annual Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Why would there be a daughter, not a son? Why? Good question. Why not just bring your kid to work day? Well, think about it. Chell is the main character of the game, biologically female. Who knows how she identifies herself? She probably doesn't even identify herself because she forgot most of the things she's learned. She just knows how to get past the testing chambers with physics. And so GLaDOS kills everyone in there. You know, bring your daughter to work day, daughter, keyword daughter. Why is this significant in Valve games? Valve games leave a lot of mysteries. Gabe Newell leaves a lot of mysteries. They don't tell you things flat out right. They want to keep you guessing, and they want to imply things to you. They want you to understand it without them blatantly saying it. And so here's another thing. The Bring Your Daughter to Work Day mentioned on ApertureScience.com is also mentioned by GLaDOS in Portal, where she says that that day is the perfect time to have one's daughter tested. Interesting. Now, who would she be saying that to? Of course, Chell. Why would she be saying it to Chell? She probably didn't even know. GLaDOS didn't even know, but Valve is hinting. They are giving us hints. They are like spoon-feeding it to us that this is the case. Now, I want you to listen to this part about Caroline and whatnot, and see what you think. Just see what crosses your mind here. Just listen.
Oh, thank God.
It's a bit laggy.
You're all right. You know, being Carolyn taught me a valuable lesson. I thought you were my greatest enemy, but all along you were my best friend. The surge of emotion that shot through me when I saved your life taught me an even more valuable lesson, where Carolyn lives in my brain.
Carolyn, delete.
Goodbye, Carolyn. You know, Deleting Carolyn just now taught me a valuable lesson. The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And I'll be honest, killing you is hard. You know what my days used to be like? I just tested. Nobody murdered me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty good life. And then you showed up, you dangerous, mute lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go.
And so GLaDOS sends her off, and we see that there. But there is something else that I want to show you, is the song that plays at the end. Just listen to the song, look at the lyrics that play on the screen, and think about GLaDOS being Caroline, Chell's mother, theoretically. Just think about it as you read the lyrics. Watch. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is really deep. Kind of emotional too for players of Portal and extreme gamers like me sometimes. And here you see her out in Upper Michigan. There's like a mountainous tree area off in the distance. If you look, if it shows up, there's like a brownish area back there. There's like hills and whatnot. And she gets kicked out of the testing facility. One more thing pops up: the companion cube. That is the game theory for today. Hope you all enjoyed. You know, Cave Johnson and Carolyn wouldn't really care about a child, but maybe while they were, quote, experimenting, if you get what I mean, they had a baby, perhaps. You know, it's a testing facility. They would have been easily to be able to get the baby out of Carolyn. Now, that baby would have been an orphan. The earlier facts said orphans would have shame-based tests. Think about that. Think about the song. Think about all of it. I will leave you with your thoughts, as well as the Team Fortress 2 theory about Spy being Scout's dad, and also saying that Spy's gray hair is also support theory, and Scout being young, that it is in fact his dad. So, I will leave you to your thoughts. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, favorite, do whatever you feel is necessary, but please check out my other videos if you would like to. Just wander on over there. Check them out. I will see you all, and the next thing I upload. So, ta-ta!